darkness. Black is thick, mud-like. I look around me, but it's clear that I'm the only one here. There should be another. She might enjoy hide and seek, but I have a hunch that she isn't very good at it. My heart races alongside my feet. What's going on? My body feels light. Just a little more. She's close, I know it. The song. I know I've heard it before, but where? Ryan, I'm warning you, if that song continues for another minute, Who the heck leaves their ringtone on max on Saturday morning? Next thing I hear is the sound of rushing water as I prepare for the morning. Something odd about the vicinity of that dream. 2 days in a row, too. Unless this mirror is doing it somehow. Except, no, this can't be anything more than a coincidence. I'll approach it logically. For one thing, I never did figure out how she disappeared from the roof. She could have jumped to the ground from that distance, much less with a single footprint. There was a soft noise after she jumped, but that was it. Maybe she jumped onto the balcony or something. But then where did she vanish to? Although the real question is why anyone would do that to begin with. She knew what school I went to, too. Does she know where I live? She somehow knew that route I'd take home. But if she knows me, why do I not recognize her? No, this is all wrong. Dream doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. It doesn't even matter. If she wants to dig up my memories, she'll have to try harder than that. Alright then. Breakfast. I'm up before Rin for once. This is more rare than an occurrence than it should be. Morning on the chin. I glare at her. She stops. So, was that one of your friends calling this morning? Yeah, sorta. I told her to call last night, but she missed me, so... She scratches the back of her head and gives her best oops, sorry look. You know, that ringtone of yours woke me up this morning. Really? Sorry. It's not bad for a fake blush, but it's not superb. 6 out of 10. And I mentioned that I was having a nice dream when I was so rudely awoken. Oh, were you dreaming about Lillian? Of course not. I slam the coffee mug down, but it doesn't hurt as much as a flinch. Instead. Oh, so you weren't dreaming about her? Then what are you complaining about? By the way, you were going to Luca's place to study today, right? The tables have turned. Perhaps. Oh, okay. You were going to fail your exams and repeat the year with me in your class then? Well then, you know what you have to do. It's cold. Mark, I'm the one who should be saying that. It's freezing. Neither of us are willing to step into the attack range of icy wind. Are you sure you want to go through with this? It's not like we're actually going to study. I know. But you got me a new culpable axle glaive, don't you understand? What the hell is culpable axle? It's cheap Japanese style censorship. You'll never guess what we're really talking about. And who exactly is they? You know. Are we breaking the fourth wall here? Wait, fourth wall. Third wall. Third wall? I think it's the fourth wall. Fourth wall seems wrong. I think it is the third wall. Oh jeez. Culpable axle though. No clue. I'll have to look it up after this. Damn. No one's listening. Although with me around, I can't be so sure. That was definitely breaking the fourth wall. I think it is fourth wall. Where do I walk over to Lucas's place? Okay, if his real name is Lucas, I would still call him Luke because he's my friend. So I think I'll just call him Luke. Without any mishaps, plus or minus a few frozen fingers. Oh, I hope he turned the heat on. I can't play if my fingers are cold. Don't worry, I'm sure he's comfortably huddled up in front of his computer. You'll see. The bell rings and no one answers. What? That's odd. I just called and he said he would be here. I'm gonna freeze to death out here. Aren't you at least a little worried that I'll freeze to death as well? Oh, Mark, how silly. You know I'll be gone before you. That's not the reason I was looking for. Well, it looks like there's only one thing we can do. Rin glares mischievously at the front door. I have a bad feeling about this. 1, 2. Ah! Did you just break the door down? Ah, what's this? Heavenly silhouette has come to harvest my soul already. Life is what it is, I suppose. Goodbye, Gruel. Ugh. Ouch. What just happened? I'm greeted by Rin's worried face. Alright, that's enough. I'm alive already. No need to curse me further. That was dangerous. Don't you know that you shouldn't lunge at someone's feet with your temple? Someone could have gotten hurt. Someone. Her eyes do seem a little teary, though. Just so you know, it isn't polite to charge into other people's front doors without permission. Oh. Sorry. This makes the pulsing in my head a tad more bearable. So was she gonna break down the door and I stepped in front of her? Or like collapsed at her feet? Or what happened? Or maybe that's just the cold. Yeah. Actually, when I'm feeling sick, I prefer to go outside when it's cold because, well, it makes me feel better. Plus, it's got nice fresh air, so whatever, man. Ah, look, there he is. Hey. Sorry I'm late. I had to run out and grab some things for lunch. Did I keep you waiting long? He looks around. There's an indentation in the snow scattered around his walkway. Brenna's leaning on her left foot because her right is sore from the impact. And I'm too dizzy to tell what's happening. He looks from the indentation to Rin to my head, then back to the indentation. Then he shrugs and unlocks the door. Grab whatever you want to eat. I'll meet you in my room in a few minutes. I'll start to thaw as we step inside. Ooh, he got a new Choco and Ice book. It's a cute outfit. I like his room, to be honest, too. Guess her guilt's worn off already. She scampers into Luke's room and begins snooping around. I'm surrounded by 2D girls. This is heaven. Literally heaven. Okay. I escape from Rin before my soul gets sucked out of me. In the middle of the mess sits a cluttered desk with a glowing monitor. Huh. I would think that despite everything, the desk would be different. So if everything was cluttered, his desk would be clean. Or if everything was clean, his desk would be cluttered. But I guess his desk is cluttered amongst the mess. A glowing monitor. So he left his computer on and unguarded? See. I admit that I'm curious, but am I that curious? Oh, so there are going to be choices. All right. Um, I mean, all right. So here's the thing. Um, well, Rin is in here with me. I'd have to say that I'm curious. I would shake his mouse, but I wouldn't sit down. No, actually, I just wouldn't even because one, Rin's there. So if something were, man, it's just invading privacy, man. Nah. No, 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 no way. I'm dodging this bullet for a mile. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Did I miss something? Gosh dang it. Oh, I should have quick saved. Hold on. Oops. Oh, gosh dang it. I'm gonna load this one, and then I'll get you back up. Alright, I'm pretty dang curious. Let's do this. I reach for the mouse and clear the screensaver with a daring poke. Sorry, that struck me as kind of odd. I mean, instantly I knew that he was playing a game, but hmm. Somehow she seems familiar, but I can't place her. Or not. I don't know. That's slightly disappointing, actually. He's just enjoying his regular dose of. Oni-chan, have you finally given in to your temptation? Uh-oh. I knew it was only a matter of time. Okay, alright, I've got this. We'll take a deep breath and try to think of an excuse. This isn't the time to be taking deep breath. Don't think, just talk. Uh, I, I was just... Corrections, don't think, just say something incoherent. Really? That's no need to be shy, we both knew it would happen someday. It's not what it looks like, I swear. The computer was like this when I got here. That's okay, Mark. It's normal to be curious. Will I regret asking precisely what you mean by curious? Well, you know, from looking at the screen, it's clear that you're about to... I see you've... I see you've finally fallen, Mark. Every time he laughs like that, he does it for a reason. If you ever want to borrow anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always willing to add the unenlightened to the journey of paradise. Lucas uses dark invitation. It's super effective. I would say it's not very effective. I fainted along with my reputation. Oh, okay. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Take a peek. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Oh, okay, so I did miss something. Alright. I guess we'll just continue then. Lucas brings us a few glasses of water and sits down. I'd ask why he only has water when we just came back from the grocery store, but he probably has other uses for his money. Oh, I would ask why he only has water when just coming back from the grocery store, but he probably has other uses for his money. It's art, not porn. What? What? Anyways. So, have you guys decided what you want to do? We can always take turns beating Mark in that new fighting game. Sounds like a plan. Don't I get a say in any of this? been a while. Remember when Rin and I used to come over here all the time doing nothing but sitting around and chatting over some video games? Strange, but part of me feels like those days have vanished. They gone forever? Couldn't be. But even if we're doing the same old things, I can't help but glance out the window from time to time, mostly when my chest tightens. Oh, Mark, you're blushing. I'm not. Right. 2 years ago. It's alright, I'm not teasing you. Well, maybe just a little. It's strange. I was different back then, but she's hardly changed at all. Get it out already, I'm not in the mood. Of course you'd say that. But maybe so. That doesn't make any less true. Don't you have anything to do? Not really, unless you count homework. You've been on computer all day, haven't you? I noticed you didn't end that sentence with a question mark. But school is boring. Besides, it's not like you're doing anything other than moping around. I told you, I'm not. Her expression stops me in my tracks. Going upstairs. Leave me alone. Fine. I'll just bother you again tomorrow. Turn to leave, but I feel her eyes on my back. I walk away. That was me. It's surreal. Was that really how I felt back then? All seems to have faded over time. Maybe I just got numb. It's no excuse to have ignored her like that. I'm sure she knows she's not that dead. Someday over a nice, long talk. I want her to know that I care about her. I don't care about you anymore, Mark. Did I win? You won. Huh. Who'd have thought? Just you wait. I'll have my revenge next time. You say that every time. Fine then. Again, I'll try again. We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? By the time we left, our final score was 7-2 for her. 7-2, my favor or her favor? For her, I guess that means that she won 7 games and I won 2, right? Only-chan, stop thinking so much. It's bad for your complexion. What? Oh. Guess we're already on the train. Complexion aside, yeah. I guess you're right. Right about what? The fact that you should stop thinking about Lillian? How can you say that with a straight face? Years of practice. Anyways, that's not what I was thinking about. I see. And were you thinking of a way to admit to Lucas that you want to borrow one of his games? Let's just say that I've had a lot to think about lately. I think that's sufficiently vague and truthful. Yeah, figures. Her voice trails off as she sinks into the background. If that doesn't say out of character, I don't know what does. You okay, Rin? Huh? Oh, of course, I'm fine. You're the one I was worried about. Did you just say you were what? No! You're not actually mad, are you? Of course I'm mad. Does the pop vein make it obvious? Yes, it does. Sorry, it's just so rare that I get a chance to seize you. Does it count as teasing when you're cheating? How exactly am I cheating? I haven't figured out yet.
Seriously. Trying to mess with you by snapping you out of daydream, and this is what I get?
Not bad, huh?
I admit, that was a good play.
Wait, so this was all planned to mess with my head?
I wasn't actually worried about you or anything. I just didn't want you to fall asleep on some poor girl's shoulder.
Guess I should remind her that I'm standing, not sitting. That aside, what made you think there was a reason to be worried?
Well, you've been zoning out a lot lately, and you were gazing out the window like an actor in a soap opera, and you've been distant lately. That's all.
Perceptive. Sorry.
No, it's no big deal. You have your own life, and I know there are things you wouldn't tell me about.
Don't say it like that. It won't be long, alright? There's just something that I need to sort out. That's all. The train screeches to a halt at our destination. Rin grins as she pulls Lucas's. Rin grins as she pulls Lucas off his gaming device, but I can tell it's a thin coat of paint. I like that metaphor. That was a cool metaphor. It's uncomfortably cold. Not bitterly cold, but uncomfortably. Just cold enough to make you wish you'd brought gloves when your breath is barely visible. It's the late fall equivalent of those drizzly days when you can't quite decide if it's worth taking out your umbrella. It's nostalgic. Pace back and forth, clear my mind, but it doesn't work. It's been years since I've seen him, years. Should be excited for something feels off.
My gosh, it's cold.
Not sure what I was expecting. Was he supposed to be the star of the football team and he emotional wreck just another guy? There's no way he's forgotten about everything that happened. Struck with the strangest feeling when I talked to him the other day. He was mesmerized, of course, but his eyes were empty. It was like staring through frosted glass, virtually opaque. But I can't lose focus yet. I wish I could shake the feeling that he isn't who he used to be. I guess 3 years is a long time.
Mark, we're finally here.
Where are we going again?
What? Feel free to browse, everyone. New customers are always appreciated. Nipa. Yes, you'll be amazed. We have endless amounts of products. It's time. It's time. The Golden Land awaits us. What store is this?
Well, yes. Okay, just checking. Well then.
Hold on. Well, yes.
Oh, just so I'm clear, this is a store, right?
Well, yes.
Okay, just checking.
It's even got my well done.
Oh, perfect use of well then. Well then. I don't really want to ditch them, but when I consider the possibility of what's behind those doors. Stay far, far away? What the heck? Hold on. We're going to... Yes. So this will be our backup. And back. mean, what the heck? We're obviously just gonna go in. Though I feel like something's gonna happen if I do this stay far away. Oh, let's just go ahead and go with the first one, since that's my choice. Alright, I'll bite the bullet, kick common sense to the curb and what have you. I'm going in. I think I've heard Lucas mention that game. Maybe we're lining up for pre-orders. She looks pretty. As I wandered to the back of the store in search of whatever Ren and Lucas vanished, I stumbled upon bits and pieces of conversation. I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. Pre-orders are going up next week. I hear that the TV station has an exclusive pillow cover too. What? I even know a guy who can get it across the border for you. I'm out of here. Wait, so if I just stay far away? Yeah, no. Well, I'll be off, I guess. I was going to bid for Lucas, but it seems they've already merged with the swarm. Oh, well, I'm sure Lynn will notice when I'm gone. She gets it. Yeah, that's the thing, is that they already kind of ditched me, and I was just supposed to follow after them, right? So now I'm just outside, right? Oh. I guess it doesn't take me back outside. Alright, hold on. Alright, so what do I want to do? The thing is that neither of these choices is what I would do. I would try to find them, but I don't know where they are. Is that Zales in the background? That's Zales. I wonder if these are actual pictures, and then it's like art, like it's like a filters put over it or something. I think that's what it is. Let's just still go ahead and enjoy them all. I'll be off, I guess. I was gonna bid farewell to Ren and Lucas, but it seems they've already merged with the swarm. Oh well, I'm sure Ren will notice when I'm gone when she gets hungry. Let them go enjoy their game. We'll just walk around. They'll come find me. I planned on enjoying an afternoon in the mall like a good high schooler, but there's one key point I forgot to calculate. There's nothing to do here. That's the reason I set foot in a mall in half a year. My mind wanders before I know it. No points for guessing the culprit. Mira. Hair flowing in the breeze of a chilly December night. Scarlet ribbon flashing against the black sky. They replay in my mind like an old film reel frozen in time. Can't stop thinking about her. Don't know why. Should I go back to school and see her tonight? Not like she'll be there, but it's the strangest thing. She's a relic, like a childhood friend that I no longer recognize. That would be an obvious enough explanation, but most long-lost childhood friendships are less angelic or ghostly. Well, no point in really thinking about it. You can't figure it out after a day. You should at least go back and see what else you can learn. Maybe just being in that place might give you something more to think about. The entire premise is ridiculous anyway. Girl appearing out of nowhere to me, all people, claiming to be an acquaintance from long ago, as if we shared some sort of precious memory together that I conveniently forgot. There's this cheesy love story written all over it. That's BS, to put it bluntly. All she needs is a tragic backstory and she'll be a character out of Lucas's games. Yet, if I really believe that, why do I have to convince myself? No, I should stick to the facts. Keep it simple. Could you be an old neighborhood friend? No, that's unlikely. I didn't have many friends growing up and haven't lost touch with a few close friends I did have. She might have been a previous classmate, but there's no way I'd forget someone as striking as her. But who else would know what school I go to and or route I take home? Not friends, then family? That's the thought. She could just be a distant relative coming back after years of absence and playing a cruel prank on her half-cousin or whatever I am. But then why don't I remember her? Damn, it's just leading me in circles. Wonder if I'm just overthinking this whole thing. No, that can't be. Can't overthink a girl who knows your name and your past, teleports to and from school, and jumps off rooftops without dying. I'm just rationalizing, aren't I? Gust of cold breeze strikes my cheek. The hell? I look up and I find myself outside. Daydreams are a powerful thing. Okay, what now? This is product placement, BT dubs. This is obviously a picture with a filter. Otherwise, they would have like altered this or something. The air cools my lungs with every breath, but it's refreshing in its own way. It isn't too late yet, but the sun is already starting to set. Refreshed, I decide to take the scenic route back to the mall entrance. Huh? Is that Lillian? Did I just glimpse that? Did I just catch a glimpse of a UFO? Bigfoot? Oh no, sorry. It's just daydreaming Lillian. Excuse me. Oh, hey, Mark. Strange seeing you out Saturday. Shopping with Fred, I suppose? She blurts out a barrage of words. I might regret asking this, but what were you thinking about just now? Uh, Nothing you need to worry about. She tries to glare angrily, but I can't quite say it's working. Wouldn't happen to have much to do with a shopping bag on the bench next to you. Of course not. Anyway, what are you doing out here? This isn't exactly weather for lounging. It's not weather for strolling either. You're as sharp as ever. Me? Sharp? I'm not like this around everyone. Uh, mm, um, what? Is there something on my face? Well, no, it's just, it sounded more coherent in my head. See, I'm only sharp around my slow-witted friends. I wouldn't go out of my way to slow-witted. So that's what she meant. Sorry, I didn't mean. I laugh a resigned laugh. It's alright. Don't worry about it. I know you weren't implying anything. You're right. Sorry. You don't need to apologize. It's futile. Anyway, let's go for a walk. Sure. Just about fully rested. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go? I look away unconsciously as my stomach flips to itself over. Okay. Is Lillian his, like, not girlfriend crush sort of thing that Lillian's also back at him? I'm guessing that, but I wouldn't say it's obvious. I'm getting to it now, though. I don't know. Brr, can't believe I sat there for so long. It's cold. Yeah, it is. And I almost died this morning. What? It's nothing you need to worry about. Guess some stories are better left untold. Though that reminds me, my head seems to have stopped hurting. We can go inside if you want. Sure, they'll be able to find us. No, it's alright. Besides, it's a nice day, don't you think? Yeah, 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 I guess it is. I fidget with whatever I can find in my pocket. Um, how are things going with library committee? Oh, we haven't had anything much new for a while. Things are winding down for the holidays. I suppose you have no need to worry about midterms?
Well, I usually spend about an hour a day studying, so there's no need to worry about tests. Schoolwork is easy once you study regularly.
I know what she's going to say before she even says it.
Shouldn't you be worrying about your test, Mark?
Um, I'll get through it somehow. Wait, let me explain. You see, some people are born hardworking and others aren't. I happen to fall into the latter category.
That's your explanation?
She shouts and hits me on the head. Literally.
You know, if you don't work hard now, you'll never be able to get into a good university. And if you don't do that, you'll never get a good job. You'll never make good money. Doesn't this bother you even a little?
Well, guess you could say it bothers me a little. Really doesn't bother me at all, to be honest.
You're doing badly enough as it is. What would happen if I weren't here to keep you on your
Oops.
toes like this?
Probably be sleeping on the roof at school and playing video games at home, actually.
You'd probably sneak onto the roof at school and nap your classes away and waste your time at home on games. That's what you'd be doing.
Okay, you got me.
Good. Honestly, you'd be hopeless without me.
Then I suppose it's a good thing that I have you around.
Ah,
Silence. The crowd, the traffic, the constant droning of nature all disappear.
you're right. It really is a good thing. But if you seriously want to repay me, all you have to do is take care of yourself. Alright?
Right. Taking a sharp breath of cold air, just what I need to cool my cheeks.
You should come over. Anytime this week is fine. You can come over and I'll help you review.
Oh, um, sure. That that'd be very helpful.
Um, that's fine with you, right?
Yeah. My voice vanishes in a puff of condensation as the sun strikes my eyes. And
Hang on. I shouldn't lie to you. I'm not only asking you over to study.
I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. It's just like it was with Mira. Constraining, suffocating, dizzying.
There's something that I need to tell you. You you don't mind, right?
No, I I mean,
Or maybe I shouldn't. It'll take I'll I'll make more things complicated and it's okay. I'll listen.
I squint in the sunset. I hear her silently.
Are you sure? Won't this be a burden on you? Am I making the right choice? Are you sure you're ready to face your past?
But in the end, it's probably just the sound of my own monologue.
Thank you, Mark.
Her words turn to condensation before I can hear them.
I think I might really need your help.
I'll protect you no matter what. That line crossed my mind, but of course I could never bring myself to say it. I'll, I'll do what I can to help. As ever, all for nothing more than a daydream, she steps toward me and the world starts spinning again.
I'm not sure what I'll do, but I, I'd appreciate it if you would come over, even if it's just as a favor.
Don't worry about it. Besides, I always owe you favors, don't I? She's sweet. They're totally crushing on each other. But the thing is that Mira's probably going to be the love interest, because that's how it usually is and stuff like this. Which is unfortunate, because usually the first girl is always the nicest, always the closest, and then they never actually hook up. But of course, the next girl is always like the true love. Although that when it comes to dating at a young age like this, true love isn't necessarily what you're looking for. Sometimes it is nice just to have someone that you fit with perfectly. And, well, not even perfectly, but just like you complement each other nicely. Be able to work together. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I guess if I do have a choice in this, Mira's not around anymore. So he'll have to go with Lillian. That's a promise. Mark, you deserve better than being alone, and Lillian will keep you on track. She's smart, so she'll keep you on your toes, too. I mentally whine about the weather as my feet kick at the frozen dirt. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. I talked to a friend about schoolwork, and she invited me over to study, and... Yuck. Why? Why her? Why not her? Ow. A bruise materializes on one of my knuckles after I punch the bench, unsurprisingly. Screw it. This was a waste of time. I tried to push myself off the bench, but leaving already? That voice. I should be surprised, but somehow it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Mira? What are you doing here? I could ask the same of you, but I won't, so let's drop the subject. Her smile's a few times more soothing than a punch on the bench. Actually, now that she's here, maybe I can get some information out of her. You know, Mira, I forgot to ask. It's a nice evening, don't you think? The weather. Again. I guess I can't deny that. I'm glad you agree. Shall we go for a walk? Well played, Mira. You're good at changing the subject. But you're not teleporting out of here this time. So, have you read any good books lately? I wonder why she didn't seem this cheerful when we first met. Uh, Sorry to change the subject, but are we lost? We ended up wandering around the park after we left, but the trees seem to have closed in around us. Now that you mention it, you've gotta be kidding me. So, have you read any good books lately? You've gotta be kidding me. Kidding? You mean you don't like anything that came out last month? She can't be that dense, can she? I'm not really into modern literature. Ah, so you prefer the classics then? She beams at me innocently. I almost let out a sigh. No, I'm not into reading in general. No, sorry. What about movies? Movies work too. Well, let's see, there was that horror movie with the zombies. What was it called again? That's not very specific. Oh, I saw that one with Spartans. Oh, I saw the one with the Spartans. It was pretty cool. She lifts her foot as if to kick me into an abyss. Well, if you're ever bored, you can borrow books or a few movies from me anytime. My father pretty much has an entire library in the basement. Oh, that's right. So you're interested? More importantly, your father.
You're interested in my father?
No, not that. I mean, your father, who is he? She looks a little uncomfortable. Well, I suppose I'm partly to blame for that.
Are you stalking me, Mark?
Plot? Pot meet kettle. Okay, wait, let me start over. What I'm getting at is, what's your family like? Is that really the kind of question you need to think about? Or what kind of house do you live in? Where do you live, for that matter? Do you have siblings then? What school do you go to?
Mark, why do you want to know all this?
This time I sigh audibly. Okay, time for plan B. Well then, let me just tell you outright. I have virtually no idea who you are, yet you seem to know me pretty well. Isn't that odd?
I guess.
Then let me put it this way. I figure that in order for us to continue seeing each other and for me to help you, I should try and get to know you better. It would make it easier for you to find what you're searching for us to regain our lost time is what I was thinking, but
Oh, I see. Sorry, it's just that I was warned by my parents to be wary of strangers.
strangers. If we're strangers, then how did you know my name before we met? Jackpot.
Uh,
Hmm?
I wonder.
Or not?
That'll be my little secret.
One of many.
By the way, you live with your sister, right?
Rin? Yeah, I've been taking care of her because our parents spend a lot of time at work, although sometimes it's the other way around.
Sometimes you spend a lot of time at work?
You know what I mean.
I'm kidding. And hey, it must be nice to have such a caring sibling.
I smirk as I remember the plethora of threats and special attacks she's up with over the years. It's not as nice as you'd think. Sure, she can cook and do household chores, but when you have to explain to your teacher why your sister showed up in class yelling,
Look, Oni-chan, my friend taught me how to do the God finger.
it can be quite the hassle. Mira chuckles at my misery. Well, I guess it's pretty funny in retrospect.
Still, she cares about you and you should be happy.
Smiles almost enough to make me forget my original mission. Almost. Why do you say that? Are you an only child, Mira?
Sort of, I guess.
Do you know what a yes or no question is?
Well, it's a complicated situation.
Ah, I see. How so? Hmm. I wonder when she'll realize that I'm more patient than her.
Ah, well, you see, my family isn't quite an ordinary family. We're different.
Figured that already.
But not so different that we're not ordinary, you know?
No, I don't.
Put it simply, it's like walking home from school and having to decide between going to your small two-bedroom apartment where your parents treat you kindly or your uncle's mansion filled with books and electronics and everything else except that you'd be all by yourself. Kind of like that, except different because I don't really have an uncle and my parents don't live in a two-bedroom apartment.
That's what you call putting it simply? So basically, I try to summarize your story so far that I realize that I haven't learned a single thing other than where to go for free books.
Confused? Don't worry, a lot of people have trouble understanding me at first.
I wonder whose fault that is.
There's no rush though. We've got our whole lives ahead of us.
She teases a smile out of me and admit defeat. She's... yeah. But if I ever want to talk to you, What should I do? I mean, walking all the way to school at night is kind of impractical. Do you have a cell phone or anything?
Don't worry about it. Contacting you will be my job. It's what I do best.
Stalking me is what you do best.
Don't make it sound like a crime.
I won't even bother. But really, is there anything that you want from me? I raise me and I see something. I was mistaken the other guy. This girl isn't angelic or ghostly at all. She's very, very human.
I don't want anything specific from you, or anything tangible. I'm just happy that we can finally be together.
But is there anything you wish for?
Maybe.
She bites her tongue, pondering as if choosing the course of her life.
Alright, what I want is for things to stay the way they are. I'm happy.
If that's the case, I'll do my best to help you fulfill your wish. I promise.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you, Mark.
It was a pleasure indeed. Mind giving me a little warning before you show up next time?
Just leave it to me.
Ring, ring. Ah, sorry, this might be important. I reach into my pocket and look down at the display. A squirrel darts up at the tree in the corner of my eye. It's from Rin, probably wondering who I am. Hey, Mira? I know what to expect before I look up. In that case, you'd better keep your promise. Find me, okay? You better find me. I'll make a decoration to a backdrop of snow-covered trees. Twilight sky slowly fades. It's gotten really late, really fast. I'm walking toward the subway station where I agreed to meet up with Rin and Lucas, but everything keeps looping around through my mind. Mira. I don't trust her. I can't and I shouldn't. But considering how things turned out, I should be happy. Still don't know where she's from or how she knows me or, well, I don't really know anything. Don't know anything, but she's less of a mystery. Maybe meeting her wasn't such a coincidence, after all. Maybe. Alright. Thank you, everybody, for joining me with day 2 of Sepia Tears. Had a couple more choices. Actually, we had 2 choices, which was twice as many. No, not twice as many, because there was 0 last time. So that's 2 more choices than first chapter. I'm really liking this. This is really nice. I'm starting to get a feel for this. Lillian and Mira and all that. I hope I'm getting better with doing the voices too, though. Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this roller coaster ride. And I guess with that being said, this is Pagamarai signing off.